Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to a brand new video. I'm filming in a different location today. If you are familiar with this bedroom, then you have been subscribed to me. Why can't I speak? If you recognise this background, then you have been subscribed to me for quite a long time. Back at my mum's, I'm back in my old bedroom. I'm just home for a week. I've just got some meetings, some appointments, hair appointments, dentist, things like that that need to get done up here. So I'm home for the week and I've got a video to film and it needs to be done now, so we're doing it here. So today's video is a Pretty Little Thing haul. Now, this, I wasn't actually sure whether to film this or not. I don't really ever shop on Pretty Little Thing anymore. It is not really a website that I go on. However, it was my brother's graduation last week and I had nothing to wear. And I came home expecting to just have like a dress or something here in my wardrobe that I could wear. Did I? No, I did not. So one of my best friends has PLT next day and she was just like, use my account and order yourself something. I did this Pretty Little Thing order and you know what? It wasn't as bad as what I thought it was going to be. I did find a dress to wear, and also this is the first time I've ordered from there since they have had their little like rebrand. So I was actually quite intrigued to see what the stuff would be like, if it was any better. So I'm going to get straight into the haul. I really hope you enjoy. First up, I have got this blue I think this would class as pinstripe little dress. Now, the only reason I didn't wear this one is because it didn't fit me amazingly. However, if I'd have had more time, I 100% would have got my mum to like pull it in a little bit at the back and I would have probably worn this one. I love this dress. So it's this pinstripe blue dress and then it has like a little puffball skirt. Nothing too dramatic, nothing too like, you know, over the top, but it was a really nice smart dress. Now the only problem I had is around my waist, like I just needed it to cinch in a little bit more. I think because of the puffball, you'll see in the try on, it was just quite like straight up and down, and if it just came in a little bit at the back, I would have really liked it. This was second favourite to the one that I actually ended up wearing. Everything that I ordered I got in a size 8 or a size small, whichever it came in. I will link everything down below for you, so if you want to go and shop any of it, it will all be in the description. But yeah, this one was a firm favourite and I am very tempted to still keep it and just ask my mum if she can pull it in a little bit at the back. There's not a quilt cover on my duvet because it is out drying because it got rained on. So that is why the bed is looking a little bit strange. Anyway, this is the little blue dress. Now, like I said, I really like it. I just wish, hang on, I've just been doing it. I wish it was more like that. So this came out a little bit because as it fits at the moment, like I just feel like it looks a bit shapeless. So if it was just cinched a little bit more at the waist, which is very picky of me, like I know, like getting something from Pretty Little Thing and expecting it to do this and fit perfectly is quite a high ask. So like it is kind of okay without that. Next up, this dress, again, it's another nice smart dress. However, I feel like this was giving too like office vibes, but also I don't think it would be appropriate for the office. Like I think they've kind of missed the mark with this one. I did actually get it in 2 colours. I've only tried it on in 1 because once I got this one and tried it on and I didn't like it, I was like, well, I'm definitely not going to like the second one. But this is definitely like quite a smart dress. It says that it is boucle. I don't know whether I would call this boucle, but it's a really nice thick dress. Now it's got this little V at the top here and then it does kind of cinch in at the waist and go out a little bit at the bottom. It's quite a nice thick structured dress. It didn't fit me quite right. I can't remember, I think it was a bit too like flappy up here. It just didn't quite fit right. This dress is just giving me like sexy secretary vibes. Like this is just not something that I would normally wear. I think it is a smart dress, but it's just not for me. And also, yeah, this bit like gapes open a little bit, like it's a bit big across here, but I don't think I'd be able to size down because it fits just right around my belly. I have just had a really big lunch at literally 3 o'clock in the afternoon and drank a load of water, so I feel like this is not really the time to be trying on tight dresses. But yeah, it's like big here, tight here, so I definitely it just doesn't fit me and I wouldn't be able to size down. Okay, this was another one that I was very close to wearing, but I just wasn't 100% on it. This is just a plain white mini dress, but it's got these big puffy sleeves. Now I was just not sure. I really wasn't sure on this one. You'll see in the try on, like the sleeves are quite big and out there, but I'm not really mad about that. But I just wasn't, again, just not 100% sure that it was right for my brother's graduation. However, I absolutely love this one. I think it's really cute. It just comes down in a V and then it's like elasticated in the middle here. It fit me really nicely. I did really like it. It's a really nice little summer dress. When I first put it on, these sleeves were crazy. Like, they were literally like up like this, and I looked like I should have been in like Cinderella or something. I just kind of like flattened them down, and then once I'd done that, it didn't look as crazy. But the only problem is they're like, I don't know what is inside them, but they make a noise. So when I was like walking around in it, like you could hear me coming, and I was like, oh, if I'm sat in my brother's graduation and I'm rustling around, that probably won't be good. Like, I'll probably annoy everyone around me. Oh my god, also, I had to fake tan over fake tan, and I've got like scratch marks in the middle. I don't know if you can see there. I don't know if I've like done that in the night and like scratched my tan off. I've literally got like scratch marks in the middle of my chest. Like, you know when you fake tan over fake tan and it goes really patchy really easily, like, you probably been able to tell on my hands it's like that, and it's gone like that in the middle of my chest. So do ignore that if you can see it in the center of my chest. Do you see what I mean about these sleeves? Like, they're quite like large and in charge. Like, they're here, they're in the room with us, and I personally really like this dress. Like, I think it's really nice. But yeah, my mum was a bit like, is that a bit too much? And I get it, but I really like it. I really like these big puffy sleeves. Like I said, when I first put them on, because they're full of stuff, like they were literally like up here like this, and I was like, no, absolutely not. But with them all flattened down, you just have to kind of like flatten them in a little bit. I think it's really cute. I think it's such a pretty little dress. This next dress, I think I'm starting with my favorite ones, because this one again was a very close option. I just think it's more holiday than it was graduation, but it's this really nice like off-white cream little mini dress, and I don't know what the style of this is called. Let me see if it says. Cream shell texture bandeau mini shift dress. So it's a little shift dress, and it's got these little, I don't know if you can see that, like shells embroidered onto it. This is so pretty, but I think this is more of a holiday dress. Again, I actually really want to keep it. I might keep this one because I literally did this to get a dress for graduation, and now I'm ending up with like 5 different dresses because I like them all so much. See, this looked so nice and like classy and mature, but like girly and pretty. Like, it's like the perfect little mix. And this with some nice strappy like heeled sandals on holiday. I'm sorry, I don't actually have like another like summer holiday now. Like, I'm pretty much done for the year. We're going to Florida, but that is like Disneyland, so that isn't like, oh, we are going to Miami though, so maybe this could come to Miami actually. I am obsessed with this dress. This is my favorite dress of the order. This is 110% my favorite dress of the order. I love this. This is coming to Miami with me. I'm absolutely obsessed. I don't know what it is. I just like the colour of it. I like the pattern on it. I feel like the lighting's gone really weird on my camera. I'm trying to think like what heels or sandals I can wear it with, but I love this. Oh, do you know what I've got? If I could clean these. What do we think? Like these little heels, like this lime green, they're filthy, so they need a clean. With this colour, or do I just do gold? Maybe I just do gold. It's so comfy. Like, if you've got a holiday, get this. You know, at the end of the holiday when you're like, you want nice and brown, so you want to wear white, but you don't want to wear something like really tight because you're going out for a big dinner. This is the dress. Like, this is the dress we all need. Next, we have got some long dresses. Now, these are the ones that I was like, I would never normally go for, but these are very in at the moment. I feel like these midi maxi dresses are very in. This one is definitely giving Odd Muse. This is where you can kind of tell the quality difference going for an Odd Muse dress over a Pretty Little Thing one that looks like Odd Muse. So this is basically this halterneck white dress, and it's like I think it's midi, or is it maxi? I think like you can see your feet, but it's not like, I think it's to your ankle. Is it? You'll see in the try on. I can't remember. I think it's a midi dress on that. What does it say? Oh, it's a midaxi. That's why it's a midaxi. It's not a midi, it's not a maxi, it's a midaxi. But yeah, so this is a little halterneck dress. Now, this one was lovely, but it didn't fit. It was too big, gapey, and it just wasn't right. And again, this is one that I would have to get my mum to alter for me, and I do think this would have been really pretty for graduation. It's a lovely, perfect summer dress, really class, like it is giving classy vibes, but it didn't fit right. Like, I don't even know if getting a 6, like a size down for me, would have helped. I just don't think it was the right fit. I think that's definitely the problem that you have when you go for like Pretty Little Thing over a brand like Odd Muse or something like that. They're not always going to fit right, and the quality is not always going to be there, and that is what you pay for when you go for those other brands. However, if you're like me and you leave everything to the literal last minute, then obviously these are great options because they are lovely, lovely dresses. But I would have had to get my mum to alter this one, whether it was like shorten these a little bit or tighten it around the back. Now I'm like getting changed and I keep looking at myself in the mirror. My tan is actually awful everywhere. Like, I've just noticed my elbow. No. The colour, no, I should not be showing that on the internet. I hate fake tanning. I hate it with a passion, but I hate being pale. I hate being pale even more. So like, there's literally nothing I can do because I don't tan. And if I sit in the sun, like, I will just give myself skin damage. So I'm not doing that. I will not do that. But also, I hate fake tanning. But like, I'm so pale where makeup is too dark for me. Like, probably different nowadays, but I remember when I was younger and I was like getting my first bits of makeup, everything was, that's why I started fake tanning, because there was no foundation that was pale enough for my skin. Lol. So obviously this is the dress that I was on about, where I just felt like it was just too, again, right, what has happened between now and last week? Because everything that I'm putting on that I said is too big for me no longer feels too big for me, and I've literally, I mean, I can't have put on weight in a few days like that. Like, that surely is just not possible. Like, I've literally been working out every day. Maybe it's muscle. Maybe I've been getting muscle. Anyway, this dress, I feel like it's just a bit gapey around here. But however, yeah, like it is. Like, it kind of like sags when I like breathe out. So yeah, this one's just a little bit too big. But other than that, I do really like it, and it's not see-through. It really needs a steam, I'm not gonna lie, but I like the like kind of corset detail here. I like how that kind of ends and then it goes into the nice skirt, and also you can't see, unfortunately, but it is the perfect length. Like, it's that kind of length where it's like, you can tell it's not meant to hit the floor, but also it's a long dress. Also, have I mentioned, I don't know if I've mentioned this video, I haven't got my extensions in yet. Again, I took them out. They're actually just in the bin down there. My mum took them out for me last time I was home, and I'm actually kind of, the plan was, I'm getting my hair done this week. The plan was to just go and get long extensions again, but I'm kind of enjoying the short hair. I don't know how long that'll last, but yeah, I think I'm liking the short hair. Anyway, okay, another dress that is really not my normal kind of dress. This is in this, like, I think it's meant to be yellow. It's like a butter yellow. I don't love the colour. I think this is a very like wishy-washy cream, kind of looks like it's been in the wash and changed colour kind of yellow. Don't love, but it's another maxi dress. Now this one is, I think it's like a dropped waist, so it buttons up down the middle and then it has a dropped waist, and then it's just this really nice floaty skirt. This one was all right, but it was a little bit see-through, which is obviously classic. It was a little bit see-through. Didn't love, like, when my brother saw me in it, he was like, whose wedding are you going to? And I was like, okay, brilliant, this was meant to be for your graduation, but whatever. So it just wasn't quite right. It felt very like big and frumpy on me, and maybe that's just because I'm not used to wearing long summer dresses, but it did just feel like a big frumpy dress, and it just wasn't for me. I think it was this one as well that I also have in white, and it was, one of the buttons was a little bit too tight. Like, all of them were fine, and there was just one somewhere that was a bit too tight, and you could see it pulling, and I was like, this would probably pop off in the middle of the day. So we just didn't go for this one, but it is a really heavy, thick dress. I'm getting confused. I have this dress in this colour and I have this dress in white. One of them was see-through, one of them the button felt like it was going to come off, and I can't remember which one it was. Okay, so this is the one that literally felt like a button was about to pop off it. It must have been the white one that was see-through, and then yeah, this is the one where it's like these little buttons here literally feel like they're going to go at any minute, which is quite strange because like it's quite comfy actually, and other than that I'd say it fits really nicely, but I just don't like that there's all the like creasing and pulling here. Again, this is another one that when I first put it on I was like, no, I don't like it, and now I've got it on again. I actually quite like it. It's very long, it's literally like to the floor, it's touching the floor, and I love this like dropped waist on these dresses. I think it's really nice. It's also a big fat pain in the arse to get on. I mean, you could have been clever like me and put it over my head, but I didn't. I undid every single button, and then I've just had to stand doing them all up, and they were really hard to get up, so it is a bit of a pain to get on. So I would advise just doing it over your head. Do you know what would look nice? If this had one of those V waists instead, you know, if like the skirt came from up here, I feel like that would look really nice as well. But yeah, lovely dress, just doesn't fit very well. I have literally just filmed the outro to this video, which you won't have seen yet. I've just filmed the outro, got up to go, and just realised I haven't even shown you the dress that I actually ended up wearing. So, last but not least, is the dress that I decided to wear. It was a very last minute decision on the morning. I got all ready, I did my hair and makeup, I had 5 minutes to get myself dressed and get out of the door, and this was just the one that my brain went to. So, it is this really nice grey mini dress. It's not too short. It's this like kind of like drapes over you like this, and then it is slightly longer on one side, and then it does ruche on the other side. I wore this dress and then I wore it with, I have these little strappy sandal heels from Mango, and I had a little cream bag, and I feel like it was absolutely perfect for the graduation. It was also a really hot day, so this was perfect. Like, I'm glad I didn't go for any of the thicker, bigger dresses. It was like the perfect kind of mix of smart and classy, but nothing too big and frumpy or like old lady-ish. So I was really happy with this dress. I'm so glad that I ordered it, because yeah, all the others I was like, there was things that were slightly wrong with them or didn't quite fit, didn't fit quite right, whereas this one was perfect, so thank God this was in there. But yeah, this is the dress I went for. I'm really trying to show you, but it's quite hard. Like, it kind of sits like that, like it kind of cowls around your neck. I've literally just done the same thing. I've just finished all my try-ons, literally started putting things away, and then realised I hadn't even done this dress. So we've got this one out again, and it is a little bit dirty. I did get chocolate on it from a tiramisu that I had when we went out for tea afterwards, so please ignore the chocolate on the dress. It is going in the wash after this. But this is the dress that I decided to wear. Like I said, it's like longer on one side. It's kind of got this like drapey cowl neck kind of vibe here. I absolutely love this dress. I really like it. I'm so happy with it. This was another one that, like, when I first tried it on, I was like, and then on the morning of, when I was all ready, I just put this one on and I was like, yeah, this is perfect, and I really like it. Perfect length for me, and also I love how one side's a little bit longer. I feel like that makes it less of like a mini dress, but I really like this one, and I definitely think I will get a lot of wear out of this, because I feel like it's like a smarter kind of dress. I feel like I've absolutely flown through that. I feel like I've just got through all those dresses really quick. I thought it would take me so much longer, but that is everything that I've got to show you. If you did want to shop anything, I will link everything down below. I have now got to, well, the problem is, right, I've got to go and take Etty to the vets now, and then I want to film the try-ons when I get back. But will I still look like this when I get back? Probably not. So if you've watched the try-ons and thought, why does she look like that? That is why, because I've had to go and walk her to the vets, and then walk back again in the heat, and then film the try-ons also in the heat. So yeah, if you thought I looked a bit weird in the try-ons, then that's why, because God knows what state I will be in. But that is everything that I have got. If you did enjoy the video, please like and subscribe. It would mean so much to me, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.